With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dredd to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dredd Show.
Guess who's on? Hey, there he is. Hey, strategic guys.
What's happening, brother?
I hope you weren't waiting there a long time.
Nah, I remember you said that you don't always check your backstage, so I was like, let me go in the private chat and let them know I'm here. How's everything?
Well, I can sometimes forget, and a person will be back there for half an hour.
We got a full house here. What's going on, everybody? Some faces I haven't seen before.
Hello.
All right. Hey, and by the way, if you wanted me to share this over to your own channel, I can do that. It would take me a couple minutes to do it.
Sure. I haven't done a live. I didn't do a live this last Sunday because I was sick. So this is my first time coming back on the internet.
All right. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to work on that just for a minute or so. It'll only take me a minute. So give me a little bit of time here, and I think I can get you sorted up. So I'm going to kind of back out a little bit here. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. Hey, I'm Jim, MK Ultra on Twitter. How you
What's
doing?
going on, man? How you doing? Pleasure to meet you. Strategic guys here.
Yep.
Who's next up?
Sir.
Yeah, I'm the guy with the crazy animated avatar. My name's Sean.
Okay.
Go by Excel. I'm just basically an internet troll at this point. I met Johnny Walker Dredd through arguing with anti-Kyles on the internet.
Okay. Cool. And you, young lady?
Hello, my name is Kayla, and I'm Steelers Galaxora on Twitter. I also argue with the anti-Kyles as well with them.
I got in a lot of trouble on like every side because of the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Because I was like the only black guy who was like Kyle, did what he had to do, self-defense. But then at the same time, for people who supported Kyle to the extreme, they were mad at me as well because I was like, you know what? I think Kyle did what he had to do. I think he only shot really bad people. But as a father, I don't think he should have been there. And people were mad at me because of that. They're like, yo, what do you mean? He's an American hero. I'm like, I didn't say he did anything wrong. I'm just saying that was not a place for a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, as a father, you'd want to. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, as like a parent, but like I don't think that anybody, like especially the rioters, should not have been there. Like,
I didn't support those motherfuckers either.
I think that's where people get confused when you say you shouldn't have been there.
Right? For me, it was like, this is a dangerous situation.
Where you're coming from.
You have bad actors, who are out there rioting and acting a fool. I don't want, some young kid that has his future ahead of him, because what ended up happening, there were a lot of guys out there with guns, but the pedophile chose to go after the youngest person that was there.
Oh, yeah.
And that was stupid on his decision.
I mean, he picked the wrong one, though.
Yeah.
He picked the one that had an AR-15 strapped to him. Like,
that's not smart.
No.
Like Rosenbaum, especially, I almost think that was like suicide by idiocracy.
He was looking for it. I mean, he was already in. He just got out of trying to commit suicide. So
he was the one looking for trouble.
Yeah, I saw the documentary. His girlfriend didn't even.
That's crazy.
His girlfriend told him like, "Why are you going?" But they shouldn't even have charged Kyle even for him, because I mean he shouldn't have been charged. Period. But Rosenbaum could not legally possess a firearm.
Nope.
So technically, Kyle had more than every right to shoot him because he was a violent felon who's trying to get a gun that he cannot legally possess under any circumstance.
Represented a crime.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And he was recorded earlier in the night saying, "Let's steal their guns," so we know what his intent was.
Right.
And he went again. He took his final load from a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the way, we're joined by Skarlet. And so I just noticed that. So Skarlet, why don't you just say hi to everybody?
Hi. Hi, how is everybody? I'm Skarlet.
We're doing good. I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit later because right now we're on a topic and I have to chew Strategic Eyes out for daring to say that he wouldn't have let his own kid. If it was my kid, I would have said, here's your AR-15. You go out there and do the right thing there, boy.
Crazy. I doubt that.
Oh, and by the way, I should say that, I mean, I actually have a video on this, but the fact that as parents, we would not want him to do that is no knock against him.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't want my kid to join the military. I did not want him to do that.
Right.
But if he did and got in trouble, I can't say that he did something wrong by joining the military. I mean, we have our own opinions of what our kids can do, but if our kids go out and do the things for the right purposes and the right mindset, I don't think that there's much we can do to blame them for that. I mean,
right.
I
think both things can be right.
Go out there and do that, but at the same time, I can't blame Kyle for doing so.
Right. I think both things could be right. Kyle went out, he defended himself, but then most rational parents would not want their children in that type of environment, So, yeah.
And I bring up Audie Murphy, who's our most decorated soldier of all time, who joined the military at 17 because his sister forged his parents' signature because his parents didn't want him to go. Well, do you blame Audie Murphy for joining the Army? I mean,
I think it's different though, because that's like I think it's a little bit different because you're literally serving your country, and we have defined that as a service to your country, whereas it's kind of subjective as to what Kyle was doing out there. I believe he was out there helping people, but did we really need him to help? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need every man who's willing to help our country go help our country.
Yeah.
Did we really need Kyle to be there?
Needed him. Now, whether the community did or not,
right,
we could argue, but he felt that way. I mean, and part of it, I think he was just looking for a little bit of excitement. I mean, there was something to do, but we don't want to go too far into this. I mean, I get that, but yeah. Oh, and this would be a good time. Skarlet, how about introducing yourself?
Oh, introduce myself?
Yeah, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, I am from Indiana. I'll be 33 on the 14th. I'm a citizen journalist. I live stream. I interview people. I'm a gamer. I recently did an interview about the Red Pill Manosphere community with my new friend I found on Twitter. His name's Antoine. You can yeah, I've been in this whole Kyle Rittenhouse case for like years now. So what happened was when I first heard about it, I thought the kid was guilty. I did. I thought he was guilty.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I thought I told you that.
No, but to be honest with you, I didn't think that he was guilty. I just didn't want to know. It was like when you're going to read about it, no, hell no. Some kid went and shot up a protest.
It was a month later that I started hearing all these things, and I was like, you know what? Maybe there's some truth to this after all. So I did a lot of digging, and I'm like, well, I'll be damned. That kid's innocent. I'm like, oh,
what the hell's happening? I'm sorry, man. My apologies, guys. Sorry.
But yeah, so that's Kyle's. I've spoken to Kyle's mom, Kyle, and Ann Fiddler. Spoken to her. I interviewed Ann, and I mean I've spoken a little bit to Kyle. He knows of me. I've drawn for him. I hope he still remembers who I am. I don't think he's forgotten. It's been a couple of years. But yeah, and I spoke to his mom. His mom's really nice. And I know people were laughing at her, saying she looks really old and stuff for 38 or however she was at the time. I was like, you're a single mother and you're stressed out all the time. You're gonna look tired,
And by the way, anybody who wants to hear from Wendy and Mackenzie, we actually interviewed her a couple weeks ago, like maybe 3 weeks ago. So there is a live interview of Wendy and Mackenzie Rittenhouse, Kyle's mom and sister, on the Johnny Walker Dread show. It went on for like 3 hours, and they had a lot to say.
I spoke to Mackenzie once. And
by the way, can you, if in the chat room, can you go ahead and type in anything that you want people to follow, like your blog page or your Twitter handle?
And PSN.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but fine.
PlayStation screen name.
Oh, okay.
She says she plays video games, so.
Oh, okay.